Hi, it's Stan Reinford, and welcome to this week's market update for April 8th. So, again, thank you for all the great compliments, great conversations, great suggestions. So, let's kind of jump into it. We have a lot of new people that are joining and each week, and let me help you explain how the chart works. So, at the top here, we have to the left is the 30-year Treasury, to the center is the 10-year Treasury, and to the right is the S&P 500. Down below here, we have candlesticks. So a green candlestick means that interest rates got a little bit better or are going sideways. A red candlestick means that interest rates got a little bit worse or went up or going sideways. So you'll see, and then also the higher we are on this chart, the lower rates should be. We're really going sideways right now, so just kind of keep that in mind. But the lower we are in this chart, then rates are definitely higher. So again, let's kind of jump into here. In the less than 24 hours, we've got some big news. But hopefully last week you saw the liftoff to the moon and that mission. I've been keeping an eye on that and kind of watching it. Very interesting. So last night, the U.S. and Iran agreed to a 2-week ceasefire and to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. It seems like both are getting close to a final conclusion and ending the war, and then also opening the strait. Iran today released a 10-point peace plan, which is quite different than what the U.S. released last week in their 15-point plan. But when looking at both, they are still far away from still making a decision here and really getting to a conclusion. So right now, oil is down today. The WTI average is about $92 a barrel, which is down from the highs. Meanwhile, the average cost of a gallon of gas at the gas station is a little over $4 a gallon, as you've been watching. So ships are passing through the Strait of Hormuz, so we will have to keep an eye out. So on that. So in the Fed news, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York Center for Microeconomic Data released yesterday the March 26th survey of consumer expectations, which showed that households were more pessimistic about their future financial situations due to rising oil prices, increasing their home heating, oil, gas, all the different things, along with then increasing things at the store, travel getting more expensive, pushing groceries, retail establishments, all of those things up. And then they were also more worried today that in the next 12 months about being unemployed. Historically, though, the key thing here is since World War II, except for COVID, when oil prices have more than doubled or have doubled, which they have here recently, that always created a possible recessionary period, which could then be looking at bringing interest rates down. So we'll have to wait and see. Doesn't always happen, but historically, there's a good chance of that. Let's talk jobs. That seems to be all over the place. So ADP released their weekly employment report showing that private employers averaged in 26,000 jobs per week in the last 4 weeks ending March 21st. This is higher than most regions have been recently. Remember what I've been saying. You need about 100,000 jobs per month, which if this would go on for a week, for a month, that's where you're at. You're over 100,000. But to create a really good, solid economic point of view, you need about 100 to 150,000 jobs being created month after month for several months and for actually many months. And then last week, the BLS, they did not disappoint us. They actually released that there were 178,000 jobs that were created, and that actually included 18,000 government job losses. Remember, the BLS is well known for releasing these numbers and then a month or two later revising them very much down considerably. So we'll have to wait and see. So, and again, previously, ADP released that there were 62,000 jobs created and Revelio 19,000. So the job numbers are all over the place. There's still a very big disconnect there. So there was also a big survey done of employees in the U.S. that showed that only 28% of them feel safe in their jobs being unemployed. So let's talk housing. So Totality released the February price reports showing that home values nationwide were unchanged for the month. This forecast shows that values over the next 12 months are expected to increase about 4%. So staying with where they are. So if you buy a house today, then that house could be worth 4% more. If you wait and sit on the fence for a year, you could be paying 4% more for that house. So again, something to keep in mind. So let's talk about what's happening now in the news in the next couple of days. Tomorrow we have the personal consumption expenditures, the Fed's favorite number, PCE. And then Friday we have the consumer price index coming out. So we'll have to wait and see. And then also tomorrow we also have jobless claims coming out. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So, but right now, all eyes are glued to the peace plans that are being done with the US and Iran right now. Let's talk interest rates. Interest rates, the new normal is the mid sixes. So just keep that in mind as you're going along. Keep in mind that we help clients that are buying or refinancing, whether they are looking at buying a primary residence, second home, or investment property, all different types of investment property loans, self-employment loans, renovation loans, refinancing. Even with interest rates where they are, there's still a lot of clients that are able to consolidate some debt and still save a good amount of money. And or if you're looking at renovating your home, there are renovation loans or taking a cash out refinance or home equity style loans. So again, please forward and share. Remember that we're here to help. If there's any circumstance that you have that for one reason or another, you have lots of questions, let's set up a time to meet, to talk. You can do a Zoom call, whatever that might be. Have a great week and look forward to helping you.